These are the focus tonight. Sarawak to focus on renewable energy sector. Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Junaidi attends 266th meeting of the Conference of Rulers. Historic achievement as Bintulu port transferred to Sarawak control. Approval of Bintulu port bills reflects MA63 spirit. 1,500 volunteers recruited to ensure success of the 21st Para Sukma. Good evening. The Sarawak government is concentrating on the development of renewable energy sources and dismissing any possibilities of exploring nuclear power plants to generate electricity in the state. Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari Tun Datuk Abang Openg said that as the world embraces the call for sustainable and low-carbon energy sources, renewable energy has emerged as one of the fastest-growing energy generation sources. He mentioned that there is a significant opportunity for investors to collaborate with Sarawak and expand the clean energy generation sector as all new economic activities will rely on renewable energy sources.
No.
Why should you use nuclear if you got hydro?
Biomass, yes.
Biomass.
He made these remarks during a press conference after officiating the Malaysian Investment Development Authority MEDA Invest Series, Sarawak unfolding its business potentials in Kuala Lumpur on Wednesday. The Sarawak Premier added that with the strength of more competitively generated hydrogen, Sarawak and Malaysia in general could become major players in the global hydrogen industry.
Dan kekuatan kita ialah dari sudut tenaga yang boleh diperbaharui. Kerana saya rasa bahawa ekonomi dunia sudah shifted ke arah ekonomi yang hijau, bermakna berkendakkan tenaga hijau disebabkan oleh perubahan iklim. Sebab itu di Sarawak kita lihat bahawa kita ada mempunyai sumber yang boleh menghasilkan tenaga hijau. Jadi kita fokus kepada tenaga kerana semua kegiatan ekonomi akan bergantung kepada tenaga. Unless you got energy, then you can move things, your economic activities. Jadi saya rasa bahawa Sarawak in particular dan Malaysia, saya rasa boleh menyumbang ke arah ekonomi baru yang dihadapi oleh dunia pada masa kini disebabkan oleh perubahan iklim.
Earlier in his speech, Datuk Patinggi Abang Zohari mentioned that in the long run, the use of renewable energy will not only help maintain a clean and sustainable environment, but also bring significant economic benefits to Sarawak and Malaysia as a whole. Explained that besides providing environmental benefits and reducing the negative impact on climate change, the use of renewable energy also offers substantial green economic benefits.
And these are all new areas, new sectors of development that Sarawak is implementing, and we are very fortunate that politically we are quite stable in the state of Sarawak, and we can move forward for us to implement policies that are aligned with SDG, sustainability, at the same time for us to develop Malaysian economy that will be competitive with the rest of the world, particularly in this region.
The Sarawak Governor, Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar, attended the 266th meeting of the Conference of Rulers at Istana Negara. On the first day, he was accompanied by the Sarawak Deputy Premier, Dato' Amar Awang Tengah Ali Hassan. The meeting was chaired by His Royal Highness the Yang Di-Pertuan Besar of Negeri Sembilan, Tuanku Muhriz Almarhum Tuanku Munawir. During the meeting, His Royal Highness also delivered a welcoming speech. Subsequently, the keeper of the ruler's seal, Tan Sri Syed Daniel Syed Ahmad, presented a briefing on the meeting agenda. Meanwhile, on the second day, Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Junaidi was accompanied by the Sarawak Premier, Datuk Patinggi Abang Zohari. Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim also attended the meeting. The Bintulu port is now a Sarawak state port following the maiden tabling and passing of the declaration of an area in the Bintulu district to be a federal port repeal bill 2024 and the Bintulu Port Authority dissolution bill 2024 at the Dewan Rakyat on Wednesday. In response to this significant development, Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato' Amar Douglas Uga Embas expressed his congratulations to the Sarawak Premier Dato' Patinggi Abang Zohari, noting that his goal of making the port a state port has now been realised. On this occasion, he expressed deep appreciation to the Prime Minister, Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim, for his earlier consent in handing over the Bintulu port to Sarawak, and also to Transport Minister Anthony Loke for facilitating the passing of the bill in a speedy manner. He said this in a statement on Thursday. The Sarawak Minister for Infrastructure and Port Development added that there is still much to be done to facilitate the transfer of assets and management of the former Bintulu port. Prior to the bills being tabled, he said the relevant parties at both the state and federal levels have established a joint committee to oversee and facilitate the execution of the Memorandum of Understanding (MOU) for the smooth transfer of the port, including its assets and management. He explained that this move is also to ensure that Bintulu port operations are not affected or disrupted by the process of the change in status. Dato' Amar Douglas Uga added that the Bintulu Port Authority has been formed through the Port Authority Ordinance 1961 and expressed confidence that with the collaboration, support and experience of all parties concerned, Sarawak will take over the port by the end of the year. In another development, the passing of the two bills related to Bintulu Port at the Dewan Rakyat demonstrated the federal government's commitment to upholding the spirit of the Malaysia Agreement 1963 MA63. According to Deputy Prime Minister Dato' Sri Fadillah Yusof, the approval of the bills is also in line with the Port Authority Ordinance 1961, which states that all ports in Sarawak are under the jurisdiction of the Sarawak government. In a news report by Bernama, he explained that this is historic proof of the close cooperation between the state and federal governments in the spirit of MA63, which finally led to the passing of the bills with the support of members of Parliament. Dato' Sri Fadillah said at a press conference in Parliament on Wednesday. Following this, he said 3 committees will be established to continue the negotiation process, namely the Technical Committee at the officer level, the Working Committee, and the Special Committee. The Putrajaya Member of Parliament explained these committees will detail all negotiations related to technical, financial, human resources and asset management matters, which are to be expected to be finalised this year. Additionally, he said the operations of Bintulu Port will continue as usual under the company appointed until certain matters are finalised. 1,500 volunteers have been recruited to ensure the success of the 21st Para-Malaysia Games Sukma Sarawak 2024. Sarawak Deputy Minister for Women, Early Childhood and Community Wellbeing Development, who is also the chef de mission of the Sarawak Para-Sukma contingent, Dato' Muhammad Razi Sitam, said the volunteers are comprised mainly of youth, including university and school students.
Telah dilatih di train kita, utamanya dalam bidang menguruskan atlet OKU yang banyak menggunakan bantuan kursi roda dan sebagainya. Menjadi satu bukan saja pengalaman kepada mereka, tapi sumbangan mereka kepada negara kita, khususnya kerajaan Sarawak itu sendiri, dalam menjayakan para Sukma kali ini.
He said this when met by reporters after an interview session with TV Sarawak TVS at its studio in Kuching on Thursday. According to Datuk Muhammad Razi, the Para Sukma this time will feature 334 events from 10 sports, with Sarawak aiming to win 83 gold medals in this year's championship. He also expressed his hope that no event will be cancelled as happened in the previous championship when Sarawak lost to Sabah by a margin of 5 gold medals, resulting in Sarawak finishing in second place.
kerana beberapa acara itu digugurkan, sedangkan atlet kita sampai di sana telah berlatih berbulan dengan semangat kesukanan mereka. Acara tersebut tidak dapat diteruskan. Jadi untuk kali ini telah ditetapkan di dalam mesyuarat tertinggi yang mana semua acara-acara itu hanya memerlukan sekurang-kurangnya 2 negeri. 2 negeri dengan 4 atlet, maka ianya boleh diteruskan. Dan harapan kita kepada atlet-atlet ini agar mereka menggunakan peluang yang ada ini di tempat sendiri sebagai tuan rumah. Maknanya kelebihan itu ada pada atlet kita, ada pada kita untuk kita capai sasaran ini.
And that's the English edition with me, Jocelyn. More news can be found in our official portal, ucas.sarawak.gov.my, and social media platforms including Facebook and YouTube. Only 30 days left until the 21st Sukma begins. We would like to take this opportunity to invite Sarawakians from all walks of life to celebrate and enliven this upcoming sporting event. #Saluran Informasi Rakyat. Have a good night.